Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining in. As we can see guys, the price of Bitcoin right now is flashing us a very interesting scenario. A scenario which is pointing us where the price in the immediate short term, where the price for the coming days might be possibly heading. So before I start talking about it, I want you guys to do me a favor and quickly destroy that like button. And to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And also a quick reminder to those individuals who have not claimed this free 200 USD futures position airdrop from Bybit, then I suggest you guys to check the video description. Now, what I want you guys to do is to simply monitor this bigger time frame, because in history, Bitcoin has never had two consecutive red years in a row. I mean, if you look at this formation, if we look at these columns, these are all in yearly time frame. So if you look at this column since 2011, one bearish year, two consecutive bullish year. 2014 was a bearish year, you can see, but 15, 16, 17, three consecutive bullish year. One bearish year 2018, three consecutive bullish year. One bearish year 2022. Now this year along with the upcoming year, just like 1 2 3 1 2 3 could be bullish year according to history, which also indicates that 2025 might be bullish for Bitcoin. So in a bigger picture, you can see things still looks very bullish for Bitcoin. Beside these yearly columns, beside this history, even according to this Wyckoff's price cycle, I've been very clear with you guys, since the price of Bitcoin is hovering around the previous high 68,000. We know what's going to happen if this key line of resistance gets flipped into support. According to Wyckoff price cycle, we might be starting with an actual mark of face. Yes guys, breaking the previous high, flipping that into support could be triggering another bullish move like this, because if we look at this from 2013, 2018, 2021, you can see this was a very bullish year. But during this bullish year, bullish move, we had this RSI around overbought area, which was clearly a sign of weakness, resulting in an actual corrective move, or so-called a markdown phase. But during this markdown phase, you can see even this falling trend line was acting as a resistance. We got attracted around this 200 weekly moving average, found support, and even broke the resistance from this falling trend line before starting with an actual parabolic move. But during this parabolic move, you can see we did saw a few difficulties when we were approaching around the previous high, but flipping that into support resulted in a very bullish move. And if you look at this bullish move here until 2017, you can see when the price of Bitcoin was clearly in a mark-off phase, this indicator RSI started flashing warning sign. I mean, this was clearly overbought RSI, overheated RSI, resulting in an actual markdown phase. And just like from this past price action, we got rejected from this falling trend line. You can see this falling trend line was acting as resistance. We got attracted again around this 200 weekly moving average, found support around that area, and even flipped the falling trend line resistance into support, resulting in a bullish move. We got attracted on the previous high, right? You can see, but we failed. What happened after that? Price started showing weakness. We even had plenty of fake outs, even black swan event, right? But at the end, breaking the previous high resulted in a very bullish move. Same thing happened here in RSI as well. When the price of Bitcoin was in an uptrend in 2021, this monthly RSI was flashing us a warning sign. I mean, it was overheated, overbought, which resulted in a corrective move. And just like from this price action, we started getting rejected while trying to break out from this falling trend line. Price is now above this 200 weekly moving average, and we have also broken out from this long-term resistance line, but we are still facing difficulty to break out of this horizontal trend line around previous high. But we are aware in the past price action, breaking out from this previous high has resulted in a very bullish move. So that is another reason. Please do not panic even if the price in the immediate short term shows some weakness. If you look to the downside, you can see The reason why we are expecting price of Bitcoin to show further impulsive move, because this monthly RSI is around 6970, which means we still have plenty of room until this RSI starts appearing around the overbought area, right? Which is also going to signal reversal for Bitcoin. But until then, you can see until this RSI starts appearing around overbought area, we have plenty, right? We have plenty of rooms to grow. Now, even according to this step-like formation, you know, I have been talking about this weekly step-like formation or parabolic curve pattern since a couple of days. Since we have already formed base 1, right? This is our base 1, base 2, base 3, and this is a formation of base 4, just like in this example. Now, after some shakeout, after some sideways movement, if the price, right, remains over 60,000, then we might still show another continuation here towards the sell point, right? Final move around sell point before starting with an actual corrective move. So even according to this stepwise formation, even according to this parabolic curve pattern, there is a possibility of price heading further here to the upside, at least around 90 to 100,000 before choosing an actual trend duration and before starting with this actual correct move. But until then, we still have plenty of rooms to grow. And now, looking at this in a 4-hour time frame, I mean, I did show you that this might be an ABCD reversal pattern. Price might be getting attracted towards this 100% Fibonacci extension line before choosing a trend duration, and you can see we did came around that area and after that started showing weakness. Now what I want you guys to do is to simply monitor around this 100% Fibonacci line, but for better confirmation above 70,000 carefully, because as soon as we break out of that range, there is a possibility of price heading towards to form a new all-time high like this. I mean, if the price manages to find proper support above 70,000, then we might be heading towards to form a new all-time high, because in a medium short term, I mean in a 4-hour time frame, you can see the price did got attracted around this rising trend line which I showed you on my previous video. I mean, this rising trend line in the medium short term might be attracting us just like here from the past price action before finding bottom, before starting with an actual impulsive move. So in our case, we are hovering around this rising trend line, but I've been very clear. Even if this rising trend line in the medium short term fails to hold the price, this is where we might be getting attracted before finding bottom, before faking out, and before starting with an actual impulsive move. I mean, there is a possibility of price testing the support which you have around 65, 66,000 before finding bottom, before starting with an actual impulsive move, because we know here in the medium short term, we are aware that we have very strong support over 60,000 for Bitcoin. Even in a daily time frame, this Williams alligator indicator, right, these trend lines are going to be acting as support. So in case of shakeout, in case of a retest in between 0.5, 0.61 Fibonacci line, you can see we will be also testing the support from this Williams alligator indicator before expecting another continuation here like this, because I personally think this here will be a bullish continuation pattern after some shakeout, because it's not just only this Williams alligator indicator, not just only this rising trend line indicating us, or even Fibonacci line 0.5, 0.61 Fibonacci line indicating us that after some shakeout, after some weakness, the price is expected to show another continuation. But even according to this Bollinger Band, and I've been very clear since this year is a breakout price testing the upper band, which only happens when we are preparing ourselves for another continuation here to the upside. So that's why, since this here, that our Bollinger Band has been broken to the upside, which is a great sign. So any sort of a pullback in the medium short term could be looked as a temporary pullback. I mean, after this bullish move, we might see price coming back to test the signal line or the basis line before starting with another continuation here to the upside, because this signal line, basis line, Williams alligator indicator, even these Fibonacci lines are going to be acting as a strong line of support for Bitcoin. And beside this example, even according to this descending broadening wedge, you can see, guys, this trend line which in the past price action rejected us has already been flipped into support, right? This upper trend line which previously rejected us has already been flipped into support. So now if the price in the medium short term remains above 67,000 in the medium short term, it could be resulting in another continuation here to the upside. I mean, price following this descending broadening wedge pattern with price objective again above 70,000 before choosing a trend duration, because we know as soon as the price finds support above 70,000, then we will be also above this leading indicator, the monthly R1 line, the first monthly resistance line, which is going to trigger another continuation towards this monthly R2 line. So you can see all eyes are definitely going to be in between 70,000, 71,000. So if we can flip this trend line, if we can flip the resistance around that area properly, then this will be looked as a bullish continuation pattern for Bitcoin, because I showed you guys, right? R1 line only gets tested during uptrend. I mean, in the past price action, whenever the price of Bitcoin has started with an actual impulsive move, you can see during uptrend, this green line, right, the first monthly R1 line has always been tested. You can see each and every time during uptrend, the R1 line has always been tested, which has also resulted in a bullish move for the coming month. So in our case, R1 line has already been tested, right? This is a test around R1 line, which means any sort of a shakeout, even back towards the 65, 66,000, there is nothing to worry about, because this might be just a temporary pullback before starting with another bullish move like this. I mean, the upcoming month of June, will be bullish if the price simply manages to close above 62,000. Yes, guys, remaining or closing the candle above this CPI line is going to result, right? Is going to result in another continuation like this, because price closing above the CPI line means the upcoming CPR will be an ascending CPR, which will be acting as support before expecting another continuation here like this, because I've been very, very clear with you guys. The formation, what we are witnessing right now, might be a reaccumulation according to Wyckoff, because we have failed, right? We have failed to break out of this horizontal trend line couple of times. Just like here, you can see we have failed to break out of this horizontal trend line. But once this horizontal trend line gets broken, once the price finds proper support above this range, we are expecting this Wyckoff's reaccumulation phase to continue. I mean, price after breaking 71,000 is expected to start with another bullish continuation towards the sell point before starting with an actual corrective move. But until then, we are being flashed with some very, very bullish move, even if the price in the medium short term shows some weakness, because it is a part of our game. I mean, even according to this falling wedge pattern, I showed you guys, breaking out from this falling wedge doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to see a move like this, right? Even in this example, after breaking out of this trend line, you can see after reaching the first price objective, we had few shakeouts, and only after that started with an actual impulsive move. I showed you guys, this is a very similar move, right? We might be facing resistance around this first price objective, this horizontal trend line, but once we flip that into support, we are expecting another very, very bullish move to play out here in price action on Bitcoin, because this horizontal trend line is not just only the resistance from this monthly R1 line, right? This falling wedge pattern, but even according to our falling channel pattern, another bullish continuation pattern. And just like this reversal here, I mean, from this low till this high, if I add a Fibonacci line, you can see the price of Bitcoin got attracted almost around this 0.5, 0.61 Fibonacci line before starting with an actual impulsive move. So that's why I added, right? I added this Fibonacci line from this low till this high. But even if we show a bigger corrective move, even up to 64,000, please do not panic. That might be just a retest, price coming back to test this key line before starting with an actual impulsive move. So I personally think, even if the price in the medium short term shows some weakness, please do not panic. It might be just a temporary weakness before breaking it to the upside. So these were some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please guys, do not hesitate to destroy that like button. And to those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button. And also a quick reminder to those individuals who have not claimed this free 200 USDT futures position airdrop from Bybit, then I suggest you guys to check the video description, because Bybit is giving around 200 USDT as an airdrop. Either Bitcoin USDT airdrop, Ethereum USDT airdrop, or Solana USDT airdrop. All the links are in the description down below. Feel free to check it out. Feel free to grab this opportunity. And by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye-bye.